You're standing in the cleaning aisle staring at 15 nearly identical bottles, each with an ingredient list you can't pronounce, and you realize you have no idea what you're actually buying. The good news? You probably already own the 4 or 5 ingredients that can replace most of them, and this video is going to show you exactly how to use them. Before you start mixing anything, you need to understand what's actually in your toolkit, because these 4 ingredients aren't interchangeable, and knowing why each one works is what separates someone who follows a recipe from someone who never needs one. Start with white vinegar. The active ingredient is acetic acid, which just means it's mildly acidic, and acid is very good at 2 specific jobs: dissolving mineral deposits and cutting through grease. That cloudy film on your shower glass? Calcium buildup from hard water? Vinegar dissolves it without scrubbing. Spray it on, let it sit for a few minutes, and wipe. It can work on tile and most glass surfaces, and can be used briefly on stainless steel, though avoid letting it sit, as it may cause discoloration over time. But here's where people go wrong. Never use it on natural stone like marble or granite, and never on cast iron. Acid etches porous surfaces, meaning it eats into the material itself. One enthusiastic vinegar spray on a marble countertop, and you've permanently dulled the finish. The surface looks fine at first, then you notice it never quite shines the same way again. Next, baking soda. This one works differently. It's a mild alkali, which means it sits on the opposite end of the chemistry scale from vinegar, and it's also a very gentle abrasive. Those 2 properties together make it ideal for physical grime that needs a little friction to lift. Think soap scum in a bathtub, stains in a sink, or the grimy ring that builds up around a drain. To use it, mix a few tablespoons with just enough water to make a thick paste, about the consistency of toothpaste, and apply it directly to the surface. Let it sit for 5 minutes, then scrub and rinse. It lifts the grime without scratching the surface underneath, which is the whole point. Now, Castile soap. This is a plant-based soap, traditionally made from olive oil, though most versions today use a blend of plant oils. What it does is act as a surfactant, which means it grabs onto oil molecules on one end and water molecules on the other, pulling grease off surfaces and rinsing it away cleanly. It's excellent for general washing: floors, counters, dishes, even your hands. But here's the mistake almost everyone makes at least once. They mix Castile soap with vinegar. It seems logical, both are cleaners, so together they must be stronger, right? Actually, the opposite happens. The acid in the vinegar reacts with the soap and breaks it back down into its component oils. What you end up with is a greasy, curdled mess that cleans nothing and leaves a film on your surface. Keep them separate. That rule will matter a lot when you get to the recipes. Last one, hydrogen peroxide. This is the one ingredient in your toolkit that is a genuine disinfectant. Not just a cleaner, but something that actually kills pathogens. It works by releasing highly reactive molecules that damage the cell membranes, DNA, and other essential components of bacteria and viruses through oxidation. And when it's done, it breaks down into water and oxygen. Nothing harmful left behind. For cleaning purposes, the standard 3% solution you find at any pharmacy is exactly the right concentration. You don't need anything stronger. It's safe for most hard surfaces, it won't leave residue, and unlike bleach, it won't damage fabrics or irritate your lungs with fumes if the room isn't perfectly ventilated. Those 4, white vinegar, baking soda, Castile soap, and hydrogen peroxide, are your entire base layer. Every recipe that follows is just these ingredients combined in specific ways, for specific reasons to hit specific problems, and now that you know what each one actually does, you'll understand exactly why each recipe is built the way it is. Quick question before we go further. Have you ever accidentally mixed Castile soap and vinegar thinking it would make a stronger cleaner? Drop your answer in the comments below. Now let's put these 4 ingredients to work with the actual recipes. Now that you know what each ingredient actually does, let's put them to work, because understanding the chemistry is only useful when it turns into something you can spray, scrub, and rinse. Recipe 1. The all-purpose spray. Fill a spray bottle with 1 cup of water and 1 cup of white vinegar. Add 10 to 15 drops of tea tree oil or eucalyptus oil. That's it. The vinegar handles the mineral deposits and grease. The essential oil adds genuine antimicrobial action. tea tree in particular has well-documented antibacterial properties that give this spray real cleaning muscle beyond just the acid. Use it on countertops, tile, glass, stainless steel, and bathroom surfaces. Works on most things in your kitchen and bathroom without a second thought. Now, you might be wondering why there's no Castile soap in this one. After all, soap cleans, and more cleaners should mean more cleaning power, right? This is exactly where the lesson from the last section pays off. Add Castile soap to an acidic solution like vinegar, and the acid immediately breaks the soap back down into its base oils. Your spray goes from a functional cleaner to an oily film that smears across every surface you touch. So the all-purpose spray stays acid only. Clean, simple, effective. Recipe 2. Soft scrub for tough grime. This one is for the jobs your spray bottle can't handle. The baked-on stovetop residue, the grout line that's been gray for 6 months, the ring around the sink that won't wipe away. Take about a quarter cup of baking soda and add just enough Castile soap to bring it to a thick paste, roughly 1 to 2 tablespoons. If you want a grease-cutting boost, add 5 drops of lemon essential oil. The lemon contains a compound called limonene, which is a natural solvent that breaks down oily residue. Here's what each element is doing. The baking soda provides the gentle abrasion to physically lift grime without scratching. The Castile soap makes the paste spreadable and helps rinse cleanly. The lemon pushes through anything greasy. Apply it directly to the surface, let it sit for 5 minutes, scrub with a damp cloth or brush, and rinse thoroughly. It works beautifully on stovetops, grout, sinks, and enamel tubs. Where you don't want to use it, natural stone. Again, the mild abrasion can dull a polished marble surface over time, and you've already been warned about what acid does to granite. Keep this one away from stone entirely. Recipe 3. The disinfecting spray. This is the one you reach for when cleaning isn't enough. When you want genuine pathogen kill on a cutting board after raw meat, on a toilet seat, on bathroom surfaces that see a lot of traffic. Pour standard 3% hydrogen peroxide, the exact bottle from the pharmacy, no dilution needed, directly into a dark spray bottle. Spray it on, let it sit for at least 1 minute, then wipe. One rule here that is not optional. Never combine hydrogen peroxide and vinegar in the same bottle. Used separately on the same surface, one after the other, each does its job without the hazards of mixing. The hydrogen peroxide disinfects, and the vinegar cuts through mineral deposits and grease. But the moment you mix them into a single solution, they react to form peracetic acid, a compound that is genuinely irritating to your lungs, eyes, and skin, and one you do not want to be breathing in an enclosed bathroom. 2 separate bottles, 2 separate applications, that distinction matters. So here's where you've landed. 3 bottles, 5 ingredients, and you've replaced the entire cleaning aisle. The all-purpose spray, the scrub, the disinfectant. But more than that, you now know why each formula is built the way it is, which means if you run out of tea tree oil, you can swap in eucalyptus. If you want a stronger scrub, you add more baking soda. You're not following a recipe anymore. You're making decisions, and that's the whole point. Subscribe for more like this, and watch the next one on screen.